Hello guys, hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Brand Masika Reaction. And remember, it is for your very first time coming across any of my video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And for today's, let's watch about this activist known as Farrakhan, Louis Farrakhan, when talking about this poor governance of the USA. So let's enjoy it. Remember to watch till the end, and I'll be back with more commentaries. So enjoy.
Now back to President Trump coming to Chicago. See, you told Rahm Emanuel, clean it up, or I will. And you threatened my young brothers. Let me tell you something. My brothers are in bad shape. And I have warned all of you. I told you that the army was coming. I told you to get your act together and clean up your act, because they're coming with a mind to slaughter us. Have I said it? Not just for a year, but for 3 decades. I have been warning you about the government of America planning a war, not only with a Muslim overseas, but with black people and the nation of Islam in America. Have I not done that? If you look at Mr. Trump, right. Mr. Trump is a businessman. Certainly, he's done great things in the business world.
Got a lot of money from his dad that helped.
Oh yeah, his dad was a nice fella. He ran a little dusty work, and like
millions of dollars. When you start with that, that's pretty good.
Like Mr. Joe Kennedy did.
That's right.
You know,
right.
White folk are allowed to be criminals and pass on money to their children to become clean. That's what Michael Corleone was trying to do. But Frank Lucas and none of our brothers who've done great in the drug culture, they were not allowed to have any money to pass on to their children that they could build on the era of the father that made something better for the children. But Mr. Trump is tearing away the skin of the onion of white civility. And the more he pulls the skin of that onion back, he's beginning to show something in the character of the whites that follow him, that they don't care what he says. He could say one thing this minute, another thing the next minute, and you could see that the man has a little problem. But he is exacerbating the race situation in America. And I will guarantee you, if he becomes president, he'll take America exactly where America is heading. He'll take you there on a rocket ship. How can a man say he's not a thug, he's a diplomat, he's a president, we'll go into Iraq and we'll just take the oil? See, that's the thug coming out. That's that part of the nature of the beast that's manifesting. Well, if he becomes your president, you'll be just like him. And you know what the scripture says? Pharaoh was talking before his demise, and he openly said, me and my people are wicked. And when you get leadership that is not rooted in justice, then they begin to make the people just like themselves. Be careful, America. you're headed into the abyss of hell. And if you make a mistake in choosing your leaders, maybe you'll go there faster. Now back to President Trump coming to Chicago. See, you told Rahm Emanuel, clean it up, or I will. And you threatened my young brothers. Let me tell you something. My brothers are in bad shape. And I have warned all of you. I told you that the army was coming. I told you to get your act together and clean up your act, because they're coming with a mind to slaughter us. Have I said it? Not just for a year, but for 3 decades. I have been warning you about the government of America planning a war, not only with a Muslim overseas, but with black people and the nation of Islam in America. Have I not done that? Now, Mr. Trump, you can come and you can bring your army. But if you read this book and know what your people have planned and are carrying out against young black men, then you come. But I'm going to warn you, Mr. Trump, this is not a forsaken people. And the God that we serve has promised. We don't have no gun to equal yours, but we got a God. Check out the West Coast. You never seen no rain like that. You haven't seen nothing yet. Hey, in the Middle East, y'all think that Dubai is a nice place to run and hide now? You can get in the hotel and order some liquor in a Muslim country. They might even have a pig foot there for you. But they woke up one morning a week or so ago in Dubai with 10 inches or 10 centimeters of snow on the ground in the desert. Don't you ever think that you can go somewhere and God can't get to you when He wants to make an example of you. So I'm saying to Mr. Trump, not being disrespectful, I'm going to talk to you about him now. Who is he? You can come, bring your army, but if you slaughter my little young brothers, watch what God will do for you, Mr. Trump, and for the country that you said you want to make great again. That's not going to happen, Mr. Trump. America will never be made great again. Her days of greatness are over. The God of justice has come. And America now has to pay for what she has done. You know that Trump could not have ascended to be president without the permission of God? Don't you think Allah is interested in who the President of the United States is, since we've been sentenced to 400 years of evil from them, and this man is now the President? Don't you think God has something to say about that? But the question is, what does God say? Because he's been appealing to you. Come out. Come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins and her plagues, for her sins have reached unto heaven. Come out. Not me. This is the way you think? Yes, sir. Where would we go? That's right. Well, God, I don't trust you. But you trust a man that's been lying to you for 463 years? But you don't trust me? If I promise you land, do you think that I don't have the power to take the land from whom I please and give it to whom I please? That's easy for me. Now, you heard Elijah and you heard Malcolm. We didn't talk about integrating with white people. We talked about separation from them. Okay. You said, I ain't separating. I'm going to get mine right here. Okay. Let's go sit in. Let's have freedom rides. We're going to march. They whoop the hell out of you, put you in jail, cattle prodded you, and 50 years after Martin, where are you now? No progress. Oh yes, we've made progress. Because we can eat in any white restaurant and live in any white neighborhood. We paid a price for this. But every time you moved in, they were angry, they moved out. Every time you made advancement at their expense. Listen to what I'm saying now. Everything white folk conceded to us, you called it a victory. They called it their defeat. So when Mr. Trump came to power, he's the savior for the alt-right. The little white boy that you call a cracker, that's Mr. Trump's very faithful follower. And we done tracked Mr. Trump down. His father, Mr. Trump's father, grandfather, came to America, you know. He wasn't involved in the slave trade. He wasn't involved in Jim Crow. He just was a German white man who saw in America a way forward for himself. He had a son, I'm talking about Trump's father. Trump's father built Lefrak City in New York. Black folk couldn't rent in that place. Trump loves white people. He'll pat a black man on the head and maybe pat you on your behind. We may suffer from diarrhea, but he's also the groper in chief. And his people don't mind. Grope on, President. Grope on. Hey, the man, you standing up now. Bless your heart. And the flag is on the field. And Kaepernick, with all his white showing, like Farrakhan, he takes a knee. And the others say, I'm taking a knee too. And Mr. Trump comes out, I long for the day. And when they disrespect our flag, you would say to that son of a, you're fired! And with a lot of force, fired! He called him a son of a, and then had the call where black folk live in Africa, some kind of hole, I don't remember the name, but a hole where there's a lot of excrement floating around somewhere. And they had the Nigerian president at the White House, and he's using him as a prop. And the poor president, I don't know how the heck y'all can do this stuff, you know. Man insulting you. Then he got about $12 billion or more from the president buying weapons. Y'all can't see, can you? Now look at this. See, you want to take down the statue of Robert E. Lee? You telling white people you can't fly the Confederate flag? What do you think these white folk think? And when that policeman pulls you over, see, his heart is to kill you. And you're going to see more and more of that every day now. Because God wants you out of here. He wants you to separate from your enemy. So he put Trump where Trump needs to be, as a whipping wind on the dry bones in the valley. Now you're talking like this, you know. Man, it's kind of getting rough with that Trump. We got to do something. You're right. What you got to do? You got to unite and get busy to...
No, you guys, this is not leading to a collapse. This is the empire collapsing. I feel like a lot of people think that things always happen all at once. That's not how it works. The empire is collapsing. And Trump's kind of shock and awe campaign, federalizing the police and saying that he's going to be adding troops to all these cities, that is just getting you comfortable with it and used to it, so that when they start making protests illegal and, you know, Palantir has already taken over and has all of your biometric data, then they can start using some of the tactics they've been using in Gaza over here. We have a flaccid Congress that should be checking the president's power, but they're not. Instead, they're running around kissing the asses of Israeli officials and insider trading. You know, it just got reported that Rick Scott, who's one of the most corrupt senators we've ever had, made almost $30 million only just recently off insider trading. Amazing. This is the decadent collapse. It's already happening, and we don't even have an opposition party to fight it.
Okay, I'm making this video again because my first one was taken down for violations. I have no idea why. So we have another leading economist joining the growing chorus of leading economists that are screaming, like literally, that the United States is heading towards a major debt crisis. And he, along with others, is predicting this is going to happen in 2026. And he's talking about all the red flags that everybody is ignoring, way beyond increased prices and joblessness and no new job growth and so forth. He says it's all tied to the record-breaking price of gold right now. It's like at $4,000 an ounce. That central banks right now are accumulating so much gold because central banks are worried about two things: the value of the US dollar plummeting, they can see it happening, as well as the geopolitical tensions that are growing all since Donald Trump took office. And for some reason, central banks accumulate gold to hedge their bets because of what they see is happening. He says that Wall Street is behaving the same way they did before the 2008 subprime mortgage collapse, when so many Americans lost so much. Some lost everything. Back in 2008, Wall Street and those who owned stocks were exuberant. They were celebrating how many millionaires, they were all becoming millionaires with the manipulated stock markets. And it's happening again now. And back then they ignored all the red flags and did not adjust accordingly. And he sees that happening right now the same. He said that this economic collapse that he and others are predicting is going to feel, the 2008 subprime mortgage collapse is going to feel like Sunday school compared to what's going to happen next. Now, I know a lot of things are looking bad. Prices are skyrocketing. Over 1 million people have lost their jobs since Trump took office. There's no real new job growth and so forth. But I really hope him taking a look at the price of gold and how much central banks are accumulating is just something he's just worried about, but that it doesn't actually happen. I mean, let's hope this doesn't happen. So there you go.
So guys, welcome back. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope hope you've taken something. It is so sad that America is doing this to the people. So guys, I just like the powerful message this Louis Farrakhan is just passing out. This man has been just fighting all about black lives. Yeah, this is a true black American. He's not only defending the blacks life, but he's really defending all the blacks worldwide. So guys, he's talked about this governance, the USA govern, or the current USA presidency. What do I mean by the current USA? He's talking about just one person, by the name Donald Trump. The USA people, when they went to election, they thought that Mr. Donald Trump was the right person to elect, but it wasn't their best choice. So it has come to their attention that they made a very very big mistake, that the American economy is just going down. Mr. Trump has taken over the government, and the government is really fighting It's really fighting Muslim, it's really fighting religion. How is that even possible? So you can't even fight the religion. Remember, there is that freedom of worship. But Mr. Donald Trump is just there saying that Islamic is evil, is attached to the devil. So this is not the right thing. Donald Trump has done a lot of things that people are not even happy of him being there. So by the year 2026, before they go back to the election, people are really suffering. The economy is going down. Their countries is depreciating. You remember very well, American is a superpower country, and America being a superpower country is supposed to be doing great. It's supposed to be having great infrastructure. So the population, the people living there, they are really complaining. So we have seen in the news, in the newspapers, in the social medias, that eh, when you wake up every day, Trump is all about fighting his own people, and even the other people. So the first rule Trump passed out is that those people are in America illegally, they get out. He deported a lot of people. Remember, those people, others were there working in the farms, the Marco farms. Others were there working in the local government. So he said those people, they are there illegally, so they have to be deported. He did that to people, and people were not happy. So there are people, there are very own people, they are really complaining that the economy is depreciating, the economy is going down. Yeah, if you remember very well, leadership is being given by God. And remember, if you heard Mr. Farrakhan very well, he said even God is not happy with the leadership of Mr. Donald Trump. Why do you say he's not happy? Because Mr. Donald Trump is giving people injustice. He's not being justice to people. He's just being injustice. So when God is not happy, you just have to be punished. And you know, when you make a mistake, the mistake has to be being to be punished. So these American people made a wrong choice. And when you made a wrong choice in the ballot, so you have to face the consequences. And the consequences are not going, they are not being good to these people. These consequences they are facing, they are going through a lot right now as we speak. The American people are really crying out. But no one will help them, because it is their very own choice. They thought Trump is their best since the Trump was white. They didn't see another person, since they don't want to be ruled by other color. So they made that mistake. So that mistake has to be punished. It has to be paid off. So what is the payback? The payback is Mr. Trump being doing bad things to them. So he doesn't even care the people who elected him in that office. So the people who elected him are really complaining out, are really crying out that Mr. Trump is not doing whatever they thought when whatever they thought when they elected him will be done. So the American economy is really going down. The American people are really crying. So let them just cry, because they are the one who choose their own man. So they saw that they didn't think that there will be some changes. So they thought Trump will be a major turnout, but mm, they it did not went how they wanted. So as we speak, Trump is really doing whatever he's best of it doing. Is racist, deporting people, misleading people, doing like injustice. So it is up to those whites. Yeah, you cannot cry out for help, since you are the one who voted for it. Remember, when bad leadership, it is when you vote for a bad leadership, you vote for bad governance. So it is a challenge to even to us, that next time when we go to the ballot paper, or when we go to the ballot box, it is high time for us to choose the right leadership. We choose the good leader. We choose a good leader. What do I mean by good? A good leader is the one who has the gender equality, who is not a racist, who is not even all about who is not selfish, but he thinks all about his people, his people, and he wants all good about his people. So I'll leave you with okay, that's all for now, and thank you for watching. Until next time, God bless, one love.